Hello, friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to the another live session of TM Square Technology Solutions at our channel. Every weekend, we connect at 8 p.m. on Saturday for an hour time to definitely assist you with your questions in order to help you and make you understand better with the concepts. And in case you talk about any sample questions, yes, we can talk about them and get you clarified as much as possible in order to help you prepare well for your certifications. So here we are again. So I would like to kick off with our session and definitely welcome people on board to ask their queries and whatever concerns they have related to the ISTQB certification. So be it foundation, agile, technology specific, like talk about mobile application tester, performance tester, automotive tester, or any other thing. And definitely we are talking about the advanced levels as well. So no matter what certification you're preparing for, if you have any questions, you are free to make use of this opportunity, and we will be here to address your queries and definitely assist you well with your preparation on the examination. All right, so we have very first person coming in and asking a question there. So it's Vinay Kamal. Very good evening, Vinay. Thanks for joining on the live session. Hi, sir. This is Vinay preparing for ISTQ Foundation. It's taking me a week to complete each chapter. Uh, that's your pace, Vivek. So you don't really have to worry about your pace because every individual has a different way of learning the concepts. Some make it quick because they are already aware of a lot of basic concepts about testing. But some of you do take some extra time to understand some of the important concepts. So do not worry at all. Take your learnings at your convenience because you are not a copy of somebody else, right? So you don't really have to worry about. So take your learnings according to your convenience. As you feel confident about any topic, then you move to the next one. All right. So don't worry about that at all. That's very common. Even though I'm not confident with my preparation, guide me some easy way. Uh, okay. So when you say that you're not feeling confident, I would rather recommend you to uh, get connected with someone who is a working professional and try to understand that how exactly things happen in the real time, because I'm not sure what exactly is the reason behind the confidence which you're not gaining from the content, because content is very straightforward, which just talks about some of the terminology, some of the processes, and all you have to do is grasp it, understand it, and collect all the information in order to tell your mind that this is what testing is. This is what the principles of testing is. And the tutorials will give you all necessary details, what you need to know about any particular context. So, not only that, maybe some people need some extra addition because you might have a number of questions in your mind, which may say that, why this? Why not that? Right? So, for that, I would request you to get connected with a person who is already working in testing field or organization. That person can help you better to understand that why these things happen, because I cannot answer each and every concept during this live session. I hope you do understand that, because this live session is hardly for an hour, and maybe the entire content will take more than that time. So definitely you can get connected. Your content is really awesome, sir. I have completed one chapter, yet to go with the 5 chapters. Thank you so much. Definitely, the content is really good to assist people in order to prepare well for their certification. So I don't really find a challenge, about the content. But thank you for sharing your valuable feedback there. But don't you worry, because everyone has different pace and different level of understanding from a video-driven tutorials, right? Because you're not going through an instructor-driven session. Instructor driven is different, and the video driven is completely different, because you cannot ask your questions at any point of time when you get stuck. So please make sure that you get connected with someone. And don't forget, Vinay, I would like to tell you that we are organizing a session over the weekend and weekdays following week. So if you want, you can definitely register for that if you are interested. But there's at the same time, I would like to tell you that this will not be free of cost. So it will invite an additional cost for the training. So if you are happy enough to go ahead with that opportunity, I will definitely be happy to train you back. So here is a link. If you want, you can register here. And let me just tell you, or maybe also share the link of the video. I don't know if you have been through that or not. So here is the link. So you can refer this video about the training details. If you are comfortable, then please use the link above to register for this training. And I think that would be the best suggestion, other than getting into connect with someone who might not be talking from the point of the certification. So you may look forward to this training. So, you're always welcome. All right. Okay. So we have another person, ABC. I don't know what exactly your name is there. It just says ABC. Hello, sir. I have cleared ISTQB Foundation level examinations. Thanks for your video, sir. I'm planning to go for Agile Foundation now. And what I need to do to clear exam, please suggest. First of all, a very, very hearty congratulations to you on successfully completing your foundation level. That's really incredible to see people, getting cleared with their examination with my tutorials. And I just get that, feeling that my material is quite helpful for each and every one in order to understand the concepts, and that content is defined in such a way that you were able to pass your examination. I'm really, really happy and obliged to have such comments from all the viewers when they put one after the other. And the next thing, what you're asking me is, you are moving to Agile Foundation. I would really like to wish you a very all the best for the preparation. Remember, the examination pattern is exactly the same how you have for foundation, but in Agile Foundation, some questions, maybe 3 or 4, or maybe 5, you may have multiple choices as well. Okay, so please be careful. This is your first examination after foundation, where you have to keep an eye when they ask you select 2 answers. Okay, please don't go wrong with that. Let me tell you, when it comes to select 2 options, you will always find 5 options in your examination, okay, for any particular question. So if you find 5 options, that means the question is asking you to select 2 options as the right answer. In that case, you have to be very extra cautious, because maybe you are sure about one of the option but not sure about the second one. And in that case, all you get is a 0 for that. So you have to be correct for both the answers in order to get that 1 mark. So Agile Foundation also has 40 questions, 40 marks, and 26 to pass. But some of the questions will have multiple answers to be selected. So please be attentive there when appearing for the Agile. And from the content point of view, content is very less. You just have 3 chapters, and a lot of things are very common and basic in today's world, like Agile methodology. So you know a lot of things about Agile. Not only my tutorial, if you wish, you can refer to the Atlassian sessions, or you can talk about the Agile or Scrum Alliance to talk more about the Agile development and methodology standards and understand better. So please just not be limited to my content. If you think my delivery, my tutorial is not helping you to understand better, feel free to reach out to any good resource where you can find more about that context, because my tutorials are strictly limited to the ISTQB syllabus. And that's for a reason. Because as a part of the tutorial, I don't want to give unwanted thing, because it creates a question mark with the people who are preparing for the exam, that do I have to also know this? And they start working on extra things. So that trust factor, what you people have built on me, I don't want to spoil that. And that's where I want to make sure that all of you get only that what you need to prepare for the examination. Thus, I don't get deeper into the content. And that's where I just keep it limited to the syllabus. So if you think that the tutorial is not enough to dig down or get a deeper dive into any concept, please switch to some other option and understand better, and then come back to the next tutorial. And that's up to you. If you think you need more information, please go for it. But if you think, no, I just want to be confined with what I'm preparing for, then my tutorials will definitely assist you there as well. Okay, so just take care of these things. And the content is very limited. Thus, the number of questions will be different and high in the sense like they will have more tricky and complex examples. So please be patient when reading the question during the examination. Okay, so don't get stuck with that. All right, so ABC, I hope I have answered your question there. Should you have anything else, feel free to write again. Vinay, okay, sir, I will. So sure, Vinay, please look into the video there. That video will help you to understand what is the training all about and when it is happening. And you also have a link right above that to uh, get into the registration process. So I didn't title it. So let me just title the same. For example, training details. That's for anyone else even joining later. So this is my training details, which is happening the following week. And this is the link to register for training. And the best part of this training is I'm also giving away 5 books for all our participants for the training. So that will be completely a free giveaway. And I'll be selecting some people randomly from the training batch and sending them the courier to their home address. So completely, free. We won't be charging you anything, and that's completely takeaway and giveaway. So I have 5 books which will be, signed by me and sent to you as a complimentary copy as just kind of, promotion. I can say that. Okay, let's come to the next person. Praveen says, hi, sir. Thanks for uploading automotive exam tutorials daily. I'm preparing as like foundation exam tutorial. Your tutorials make me to pass my automotive exam also, sir. Did you mean foundation there, Praveen? Because I think you said you are preparing for automotive still. So yes, thank you so much for giving that valuable comment again, that the foundation really helped you in order to uh, prepare well and pass your examination. And I'm really, really, really happy that you got it. So one thing is that, yes, I'm going to upload the tutorials daily, and it's going to take another 25 to 30 days of time to respond to your queries and prepare the entire set of tutorials. So you will have some time to prepare well. But make sure, meanwhile, make use of these live sessions in case you think that something is not so convenient to understand. I will definitely be happy to assist you there and make you understand more about the same concept. So don't worry, just don't hesitate and make sure that you are available as a part of this particular live session. Okay. Okay, so we have got Vatsalya Pandey, and he is coming up with steps of the messages, and I don't want to ignore him here. Let me just see what messages he's trying to put. So he has put his message in 3 parts. Let me read all the 3 messages one after the other. So Vatsalya, very good evening and welcome to the session. Thanks for joining us. Hello, sir. Thanks a lot again. I cleared both my foundation as well as Agile extension certification in 1 month only. I only watched your videos for both the certification and made notes. Number 2 says, and took no other help from any other resources. And that helped me to score 35 on 40 for foundation level and 33 on 40 in Agile extension. Your videos are really helpful. Keep teaching. 3 on 3 says, please suggest which certification should I go next for. I'm manual tester with 4 years of experience and trying to switch into other companies. First of all, Vatsalya, congratulations, a big congratulations for 2 certifications, and really, really, really thanks a ton for suggesting people with a detailed explanation that how this content helped you in order to prepare well for your examination. And never mind, definitely, I did see some of your comments, but that was not, I didn't have enough time. I really, really apologize to you that I did not have enough time to respond to all your queries. But some of them I surely remember that I responded to you. But still, you are being very positive to me and responding to me with that. My content was really helpful. So I'm really, really happy to see that. And moreover, this course which you're sharing, that was which you were able to achieve during your examination, and that was completely dependent on the video tutorial. So that acts a lot for people who are preparing for the examination and helping me, in fact, to understand that the content is really helpful for someone who's just listening my videos and getting 35 on 40 and 33 on 40 on different examination. So it generally helps me to answer those people who come and ask me that is that just the tutorials will be helpful for me to get all the answers or prepare for the examination? Now I think I can very proudly say that yes, my tutorials are more than enough for you to prepare well. And Vatsalya, really, really thank you so much. So thanks for sharing your result. Coming to your next question, that I'm looking forward for other certification. I think if you are a manual tester and looking for switching the company, I think this is enough as of now that you have got Agile certification, because I would suggest you to go for specialized certification. I don't know what kind of industry you work for, what kind of domain you work for. So if you are looking on the istqb.org homepage, at the page you will see a lot of certifications. So please look if your organization specific or domain specific certifications are there, then please opt one from there. If not, you can go for advanced level. But as you are just 4 years with your experience, I would rather recommend you, other than the certification, that please switch to automation, because manual is high time with 4 years of experience. I would recommend you that you update yourself with automation before looking for any other certification. Okay, that would be my best recommendation for you as of now, because automation will help you to explore opportunities in the field of automation tools and automating your own future and career ahead. So please look forward to get trained with Selenium or maybe sorry, Postman or API testing tools, or anything specific, maybe performance testing or any other automation which you would like to step into and start working on that. So just not switching, probably give your time into the automation, which will rather help you to add more value to your career and further proceed ahead. So I think that would be my kind suggestion there. But as you have asked me about the certification, I would like to tell you that you can always go for the certification which you have is the advanced level. You can pick up the test analyst and test manager after that. But at a time of 4 years, you can look for test analyst if you're really looking forward to get certified. So you can look for the test analyst instead of like any other certification. Otherwise, please upgrade yourself with automation. That would be the best thing you can do right now at this point of time. I have a few more questions and I'll keep asking in the session. Please go ahead. Keep dropping me the questions and I'll pick it up from there. Okay, we have Athai Rabi joining us. How long it will take to prepare for the ISTQB Advanced Test Analyst? I think that's a very different and tricky question, Athai. Probably how much time you will take to prepare for it. Because we have a standard set of tutorials which will give you all the necessary information in order to prepare well for your examination. But it's up to you that how you take each tutorial. For example, you may take one chapter in a day, all the tutorials. You may also take maybe only few tutorials in a day, not the complete chapter. So at your convenience, because I don't know your schedule, I don't know how much time you really have in order to prepare for your examination, and there are a lot of such things. So I would rather look forward for you to see that how much time you are able to allocate to this preparation, and based on that you can decide how long will you take. But at an average, people take hardly 15 to 20 days of time going through all the tutorials of the test analyst in order to prepare well. And of course, this includes preparing on different sample questions, which is very, very important, as test analyst invites you to have more of scenario driven questions. So a lot of questions will be scenario based. They will give you an instance from the real time and ask you what you are expected to do at this point of time. So please don't ignore such things and have a good practice on the sample questions before you finally get ready for the examination. Okay, so Atai, I think that is what I wanted to say in order to your question which you asked about the preparation of test analyst. But if you have anything else, just feel free to drop me there and I'll definitely answer all your questions. Mudhu Swami, hi Mudhu, very good evening and thanks for joining there. Definitely, I see you every time in each session and that's really great to have you here. We do have another person, Ashwini, joining in. I'm a fresher who was working as support analyst for 1 year. Now I want to switch to testing profile. Is ISTQB certificate an advantage for getting job? Of course, Ashwini, that's going to be really a great support and added value to your profile if you are trying to move into the testing domain. And obviously, your previous experience can also be counted, subjected if you can let me know what kind of product you were with, because an analyst is role is more from the process point of view. So thus you already know what exactly a process is. So it will be helpful for you to move into testing. Second, it will also add more value from the point of certification. Because if you are certified, that people who are certified are always given more preference compared to someone who is not certified. Because a lot of organizations want quality people to work with them. And if you are certified, you actually come as a quality candidate for any organization. So do not worry about this. I would 100% recommend you, or I can say strongly recommend you, that please go with foundation certification. That will add really, really a great value to your portfolio to fight with that into the market to get a job. Okay. And I would definitely wish you all the very best for your job hunting process. And do let us know if you get a good job in any organization, because we would be really happy to share with all our viewers during these live sessions. Okay, so I hope, Ashwini, that answers your question. Okay, so right now we don't have any questions on the session. Maybe people are busy typing. So meanwhile, let me just talk about the training which we are going to have. We are planning to conduct a training from 27th of October on weekday, and November 30 and October 31st and November 1 is a batch for the weekend. So if you are looking forward to get certified and get a formal training on your preparation, you can find the details on this particular video here we have created on my channel in order to help you understand that what exactly the training will comprise of and what are that the timings and other things. And also there is a link to register for this training right here and even in the description of the video in order to look forward to get a formal training from me. And I'm just keeping a nominal price of around 3,000 rupees, which is very, very, very least in the market. And definitely, if you ask me, I don't do that for 3,000. It's just that as a courtesy, as few of the people asked me that we would like to have a training, so I'm doing this. So if you are interested, any one of you, you are also free to get ahead with this and let me know if you are interested to join this session. Okay, we will be looking forward to answer as many things as possible during this training, and it will be obviously more than the videos which you have on the channel, and more detailed explanation. And most important thing, you will have a two-way communication. So we will be making use of a Zoom call to conduct this training. So you will have the complete opportunity and privilege to ask your questions during the session and get better clarification. So it's for anyone who is interested to join in for this particular training. Feel free to let me know. Okay. All right. So we have a member from the channel coming in here, Prachi Joshi. Very good evening, Prachi. I hope you're doing well. I have my exam on 30th. Would it be helpful to join on the 27th training? Yeah, definitely. Why not? Because if you can join on 27th, I can definitely talk a lot about. But 30th is the last day of the training. So I'm not sure how far we will be able to get into the chapter 5 and chapter 6, because the schedule says on the day 1, I'll do chapter 1 and 2. Day 2, I'll do chapter 3 and 4. And day 3, I'll do chapter 4 and 5 and 6. So 6, anyways, is very straightforward. And you have only 2 questions. The area of interest will be chapter 5. So, and anyways, you are a member, Prachi Joshi. So I will organize something on the member only board for you. So don't worry. I can do that extra effort for you before you write your examination. Okay. So you can enroll for this training, and I will definitely add more courtesy, and I'll do day 3 before your examination, or maybe on the day 2 itself. So don't worry about that at all. Okay. So you will have everything covered by 29th evening, so that 30th you can just relax and write your examination. Okay. If you have anything else, just ask me, Prachi. I'm here to answer your queries there. So we have got, I got another question from Vatsal Pandey. I have no prior knowledge about programming automation as I have no technical background. I'm from BTech Mechanical. Vatsalya, let me tell you, I'm also a mechanical engineer. Okay, I graduated from mechanical, but today I'm talking about end-to-end automation and I'm implementing automation in organizations. So don't give that reason. You can start anywhere, right? You just have to have that courtesy that I can start. When you have that will, nothing is impossible. Okay. As a mechanical engineer, even I stepped into the industry as a manual tester. But within a year, I moved into automation and started working on automation in depth. And I didn't know anything about the basics of programming. But there's always a day one where you start your process. There's always a day one where you start your process, and that's the day one is today. If you start today, you start learning some of the basic concepts, and there are hundreds of tutorials. Just like one which you found on ISTQB, you do have a lot of good channels to talk about the programming basic skills and programming in simple languages. So you don't have to worry about that. Just give it a start, and definitely you will be able to understand everything. When I can, you can as well. That's what I believe. So just don't worry about that at all. I do understand you come from a mechanical background, but you did a bit of programming, if you remember, in your semester one when you had the C and C++, and semester seven when you worked with your CNC, right? C labs, CNC milling, right? You did program few of the things. It just works on the same basic principle. So if you're talking about the milling program is, you talk about the C basic programmings, that's all it is. You just have to learn different languages, just like Hindi, English, Gujarati, Marathi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam. It's just like different languages, the same way there, but the context remains the same. So if you remember some of the things from your semester seven, please start working on this. Even if you don't remember, start today. It will take some time, but it will happen. Just don't give up that it might not be possible to do. It is possible. I have done it. I'm a mechanical graduate for your kind of information. So don't worry about that. Okay? It will happen. And Vasali also says, every time I try to learn Selenium or other framework, lack of programming drags me back. What will you suggest to learn automation from the scratch? Then I would rather suggest you please start with the programming. See, I never spoke right now when I looked at your first message. I never told about any of the tools, right? I was just talking about programming. You can start with programming, learn the programming when you have a good grip. And the good grip doesn't come without practice. So unless you practice, you will not be able to get that confidence on the programming. Every day you should try to learn a new topic or at least write the same thing what you learned yesterday. If you're not ready to learn something on each day, but just practice the previous things, that am I able to write a program on my own without looking at the syntax, without looking at the sample, just writing on my own. And that's how you get more better with your programming skills. So every day write a simple program and then get into the complex, again do the same thing, and that will be the best thing you can do in order to start with that. And once you have good programming skills, then move to automation tools. Don't go to any automation tools unless you feel that you're confident about writing a program on your own without taking help. Okay? Understand what is a class, what is a method, why should we use assertions, what is the concept of identifying an object. So there are a lot of such things. Why do you use data types? What are different data types? What are variables? What's the use of that? How do I write a control statement? How do I write a conditional loop or whatever it is, right? So start justifying yourself that do I really understand what I'm doing right now? Do I understand why I'm writing this program? And if you're able to do that, that's how you learn things. Vatsala, don't worry about it. Nothing is impossible. All you need is no excuses and a willpower to start with it. The day you start, you will start feeling happy with the simple examples. Don't go with complex things. I think your approach was wrong there. You started with Selenium, which was making use of Java. And you don't know Java. So there is no point starting with Selenium at all. So you should first get confidence with the programming, which was your foundation, and then get into the tool. And then you will find it quite easy because you will think, I know all these things, right? So understanding the tool will become simple. Automation is not difficult. Difficult is the point when you want to learn something. Okay, so if you can learn the programming, automation is very simple. So never worry about that. Will Udemy or YouTube sessions will help, or should I study programming from a good book? No, I would never recommend you a book for programming because it's all about interactive sessions. It's all about understanding the concept when you type in the code. Whenever you write the code, you should know that why am I writing int a and why I'm writing string a. What's the difference? Integer and string. Why should I use double? Why should I use float? Why should I use other data types? Right? So you should know that. And probably a book may not have a detailed definition, or maybe I don't have a recommendation for the book right now and may not have a good clarity to understand on the go. Like how exactly people write and explain that why I'm writing this line one, why am I writing line two. So go with that way. You can take up a course from Udemy, or you can make use of the free tutorials as well because it's equally the same. And definitely start preparing on this. So don't worry about it at all. Okay. Oh, okay. You have good experience with Jmeter and Postman. So Jmeter, of course, you have worked on the APIs, and Postman also with the APIs, but you don't really actually write a framework there or like script on your own. So that should be a good start for the automation. You can look forward to get into more of API testing or talk about the performance. So Jmeter with that, you may have a lot of opportunities. So explore more about that or get an opportunity rather in that, or no problem, you can start working with the functional testing also. So anything but get into automation is what my recommendation is. Okay, so thanks for that motivation. I consider you as best mentor I ever had. So I ask every type of questions regarding testing and my career. You're always welcome, Vatsalya. I'm here using this live session to answer your queries. Okay, not only you, many other like you. And thank you so much for sharing that valuable feedback. I might not be the best mentor ever for everyone, but yes, it's just that if I fulfill your needs, I become the best. So it's my responsibility and firm full duty to answer with more relevant answers and recommendations to anyone to give the best output what you can have from your own experience and career. So all the very best, and definitely looking forward for you to, if you have any questions in future as well, just do not hesitate. Go to any of the videos on my channel and drop me your comment, and definitely I'll pick it up from there and respond to you. I think a lot of people have also given me this feedback that he's the only instructor on the software testing who responds to the comments. Or like a lot of people hardly answer 50% of their comments, but I think I'm trying to reach 90% of responses. To be frank, 10% comments I'm unable to answer because of the tight timelines. I don't have enough time. And in that, the 5% questions are something like, can you explain this again? And that cannot happen over the comments, and I wait for them to join on the live session to answer their questions, but I don't find them here. So that's the 5% thing, and the other 5% I don't have enough time to respond. So 90% is something which I'm trying to achieve, uh, other than my busy schedule, and trying to give some time here as well so that I can explain you, because you do understand when it comes to technology, not everything just other than definitions, you know these things cannot be explained on a comment, and you need a live interaction, something like this, because I may write a comment and maybe you cannot understand again. So there's no point writing a comment there and rather confusing you. So I just leave it there and wait for this live session that people will join and ask their questions here, and I will be definitely answering them here. But I unfortunately don't see all of them coming here. So that's how what I'm trying to do. So thank you so much again, Vatsalya. That was really great. And that's all from me. Thanks a lot. So you're welcome, Vatsalya. That's not the limit. That's not the end. If you are really interested, you are free to ask me anything at any point of time, and I'll be happy to answer your questions regarding any of your questions. Okay, will test analyst or test manager certification help me to switch into a BA career? No, not at all. They are completely core into testing portfolios. So they are more into the details of the functional testing or a test manager position in order to control a test team. So these certification has nothing to do with your business analyst career. For that, you have to get into the more of a project manager role, okay, or rather from the requirement gathering point of view. So that's completely different. So this certification will not help you to move into BA. Yeah, that's another option. If you want, you can move into BA, business analyst, and you can definitely pursue your career there instead of, if you're looking forward to move into BA and become a product owner, you can definitely work on that. Okay, so that's another thing, and I'm waiting for some more questions to be asked. So, team, do not hesitate. If you have any questions at any point of time, just feel free to drop me a comment, and I'll be definitely answering your questions. So, if you have any questions to be asked, just feel free to drop a comment, and I'm here on this session for an hour only to answer your questions, nothing else. Just feel free, whatever is there in your mind, do let me know, and I'll be definitely assisting you there in order to make you comfortable with all the learnings. Okay, so meanwhile, when we get some more questions, let me just try picking up some of the questions from the comment box, because that can help many of the people who are preparing on this. Okay, so there was one person who asked me a difference between smoke and sanity. To be frank, first of all, smoke and sanity is not in our scope. As for the ISTQB Foundation syllabus does not cover that, and they don't have any such prospects to understand about smoke and sanity. But yes, when it comes to smoke and sanity, these are operational readiness testing, which is from the point of not deployment, from the point of accepting the module from the development to start or begin with your testing process. Where smoke testing is about a particular most critical feature of a module, which you make sure that it is working before you accept a module from the development team in order to start with testing. So this is from the point of traditional approaches, very old traditional approaches, initial ones, where development team was only responsible for developing a product and testing team was completely responsible for testing the product. So sanity was being conducted before unit testing can begin. But when it came to the recent traditional approaches, that's where developers started doing unit testing. Now, there was no point to have a sanity testing because module acceptance testing or readiness testing is what you call it as sanity or smoke. So, what is smoke or sanity? Smoke is the readiness check of a module for testing in critical way. For example, the most critical feature of that particular page. For example, if you're talking about a login page, the login button. You're talking about a registration page, the submit button. These are the most important feature of that particular module. If that button itself is not working, I cannot accept the module because that's the most important field which validates all the other fields on the page. So that's smoke. If you just check the main important critical feature of the module before accepting for testing is what you call it as smoke testing. So smoke is deeper, one per feature in depth to make sure that it's working in all the manners. Sanity is broader. Smoke is deeper and sanity is broader, making just sure a casual check on all the features that, for example, name field is enabled, surname field is enabled, email ID is enabled, date field is enabled. So fields are enabled or not, radio buttons are working or not. So just a casual walkthrough of the module from all the prospects, different features is what you call it as sanity. So smoke is deeper, sanity is broader, Smoke deals with just one feature in detail, and sanity deals with all the features in detail. Okay, so that's the difference between smoke and sanity, and that basically creates a difference. But right now, we do not have any such scopes other than the product based organization. So, service based organizations are no longer looking for that. Okay, so we have Abdul. Abdul, very good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I definitely saw your post on LinkedIn, and thanks for tagging me there and letting people know that it was me who helped you in order to prepare for your examination. And I'm really, really happy to see that you have really prepared for a long time and you made it. I really want to congratulate you once again for your success on the ISTQ Foundation. So it's really great to have you. And I hope you are from Sri Lanka, Colombo, right? You were in fact looking for the book, but that was so expensive to be shipped. I do remember that your communication with me. So yes, thanks for the help to pass the examination in first attempt. I like to buy your book from Sri Lanka. Give me suggestion according to the current situation. Will it be possible for you to ship? Um, Abdul, yes, I hope you remember my conversation there. I will be happy enough to ship. I can even ship you if you want with the complimentary copy. But the only thing is the shipment charges are quite high. So that would go up to your, around 3,000, 2,500 or 3,000 INR. So I know that that's going to be very expensive. So I don't want you to actually, go ahead with that money, which is not going to, you are not paying it to me as well. That's going to go to a courier organization to ship it to you. So if you can just check with Amazon or Flipkart if they are ready to ship at some minimal cost or maybe a delayed shipment. So please go with them. If not, you can definitely reach me out and let me know if that price is convenient for you if you want the book to keep it, because I do understand you passed your examination, but still you are looking forward to have my book. I'm really, really happy to see that. And I would definitely, try to see if I can find some alternatives because you are close by. I'm in Bangalore and you are in Colombo. We hardly have some distance, but it's just that we have a barrier. We need some career agency to help us. And in fact, someone yesterday was also asking me from Bangladesh that that person wants the book in order to prepare for that. And I'm really, really sorry to say that I cannot do that because that will be a lot of cost, and I don't want anyone to pay a lot of money for my book which I have not set. So that's very cheap. In fact, I'm talking to my publishers to do some some options where we can publish locally and it might be available with some of the stocks in the country. I don't know, Abdul, because that's not possible. The reason is my publishers are not releasing a digital copy of that. So maybe I'll try to do that in some time. I'm going to talk to my publishers that if they can make it available in ebooks. So that would, I'll definitely try to go ahead with that as well. So I will definitely assist you with that. Just give me some time. I have written a request to them about the ebook facilities for a lot of the people, and I would definitely try to make it happen and let you know. I'll drop you a message. Don't worry. We are connected on the LinkedIn. I'll definitely let you know. All right. So I'm missing a lot of messages from Sanjana here. Very good evening, Sanjana. Thanks for joining in the session. Hello, sir. I have been following your tutorials on channel for foundation exam. I was working as a system analyst, but took a 10-year gap for family reasons. Oh, that's long. Now I'm hoping to take this certification to get back in field. I have registered for the online course as well. Thank you so much, Sanjana, for joining in and letting us know that what is your background. We will definitely talk more about your previous experience and the future aspects and what all things you remember, and definitely assist you during the training on this. So don't you worry. I'm going to assist you well on the preparation, considering your request here. And thank you so much for joining in the session. We will be there to assist you well. Don't worry about that. Okay, so we will get you covered there and definitely assist you with your better preparation from the real-time industry examples. So this training is just not going to be a simply syllabus discussion. For each and every topic, you will have a real-time exposure that how exactly things work out in the real time and how exactly you relate them with the syllabus. And that helps you to prepare better and feel like a real time in organization. So this training is very detailed, which is going to talk more about the real time scenarios and make you understand from that perspective. It's just not going to be a theoretical delivery, it's more of going to be a practical discussion in order to understand different concepts. And that will give you a lot of confidence, which will prepare you well for your certification. So don't you worry, just be sure that you join the session in the sense like on the day, the training, do not miss it because we will have a lot of things for you there in the trainings. Okay, so yes, Sanjana. So don't worry, I'm definitely there to assist you better. And but thanks for joining in here and sharing your experience with us. And we will definitely get going with this in the training. So don't worry. All right, any of my friends and viewers would like to ask any more questions? We do have another 15 minutes to go. And if you have anything to ask, feel free to ask me. Okay, because this live session is exclusively for all of you to interact with me in terms of chat and definitely get a lot of out of it with no cost involved. So this live session is completely free of cost, and I'm here dedicating my time to interact with you, hear to you, look at your questions, and respond to them as much as possible. Okay, so just make sure that you make most out of this opportunity and share your question to me so that I can answer. Okay, so yes, so that's one thing. And of course, I would like to let you once again know, if anyone is new here, that I have got another channel to talk about the testing details, where this channel is all about the certifications of ISTQB. You don't know, maybe in future I'll pick up some other certifications, maybe when I'm done with all ISTQB certification. So you can, a lot of people have asked me that why don't you do some sessions on some of the technical concepts. So for that reason, I never wanted to interrupt my viewers from the channel with different contexts. So that's the reason I created this new channel. And this channel is called as Testing in Nutshell, where right now we are talking about agile methodology. And after that, we will talk about Jira. So this channel is completely about testing tools, testing concepts beyond and more than the ISTQB Foundation or certifications. Certification is a limited content and thus does not allow me to talk anything beyond that. But in this particular channel, I'm going to talk anything beyond that, where we'll be talking about the concepts, tools, so concepts in terms of like methodologies, processes, standards, anything what you think will be helpful in order to prepare well for the industries and move ahead with your career. So right now we are going ahead with the agile methodology, and in future, once we're done with the agile methodology concepts, I'll be getting started with Jira. So tutorials are in queue, so you can stay tuned on that channel. And if you want, you can definitely subscribe to that channel as well in order to get notified about all the new tutorials coming up there. All right, so Abdul also says, I'm planning to do the CTFL 80 on December. Hope your tutorial is up to date. Now, I did get clarity on that. Abdul, is it automation tester or agile tester? What does that 80 stands for? You can just let me know, because all my tutorials are up to date for agile as well as automation. So if you're looking for agile, you have all the tutorials. And if you're looking for automation tester, yes, automation tester is also up to date. So yeah, agile testers are up to date. Okay, so we have another person joining in, Mr. Dharam. Dharam, very good evening. Thanks for joining in the session. Sir, in foundation level testing, exam length 90 minutes, not 60 minutes. I filled the application and fixed the venue for the exam. 90 minutes, I think you get 75, because 60 minutes is for the exam length and 15 minutes is for people or the countries who don't have their first language as English. So you get 75 minutes. Maybe you did a mistake there. In 90 minutes, I don't think it can be for foundation at any cost. Please check that again. It can be 75. It is 75 minutes what you get to write your foundation examination or any other examination, which has the time limit as 60. Because if you are saying me 90 as correct, then it might be not the foundation level examination. Please check, it might be for advanced. And if you are making a mistake, I would request you to please cross check with the instruction there, because you should have 75. Because yesterday, people have written the examinations and they came back and told me 75 minutes was the time which was given to us. So I'm pretty sure. It's just not proving you wrong, Dharam. It's just about making my confidence more sure. That's it. So people have updated me, and people were taking in Saudi Arabia. So it's everywhere the same thing, non-English. So if your first language is not English, then you get 75 minutes, just 15 minutes extra to read the question and understand. Anyways, you can just let me know if things have changed recently, because I didn't find any official communication on that, if the timing has been updated. But yes, the most important thing, not the time, that you have prepared for the examination and you're going for that. So I would like to wish you all the very best, and I hope you are very much clear with all your preparation. Do let me know if you have any questions before that, so that I can help you before getting into the examination. Okay, so don't you worry. Make sure that the most important for me is not the timelines and the messages what you're dropping in. For me, the importance is that you are going to write an examination and you need to be very much clear with the concepts. So if you have any question, just feel free to ask me, and I'm definitely here to assist you. Okay, so all right, team. So we have another few minutes to go. If you have any specific questions to ask, feel free to drop me a chat here, and I'm going to answer your questions before we end up for the day today. We have another around 8 minutes of time to interact with all of you. And again, we will catch up the next weekend. But before that, let's see if you have any more questions to ask. Okay, so so that's the live session all about. Generally, we answer your questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. You can just drop me a chat and I'll be picking up your questions from there. And if in case not, definitely I would like to wish you all the very best for your preparation. Go through the tutorials. It will help you. One last time, we are organizing a training on the foundation next week and next weekend as well. You can find the link on the channel. You can definitely prepare yourself by getting enrolled in the training, and I will be assisting you better than the tutorials during this training. So if you're looking forward to get trained professionally in order to get prepared for your certification, make sure that you join this session. This session is for you in order to prepare well and get into the certification and pass with the first attempt. Okay, so it's just a special opportunity because not quite often I conduct training due to the crunch of the time, because mostly I'll be busy with my commitments and I do not have enough time to organize a lot of sessions. So as I have got some time following week, so I'm doing a session. So just make sure that you have most out of this opportunity and you really take good takeaways from this session. Okay. So yes, the link can be found on my channel. You can find the latest video which I have put there. If you really want me to share that again, I can put it back here. The training details can be found here on this video. And the form to join can be found here. You can register after watching the video, because video will tell you what you can find in the training. So definitely this training will add more value to you if you're interested. I'm just creating awareness so that people know that there is a training happening, and I'll be doing the same. So if you're interested, you can join that. Okay, so another few minutes, the 5 minutes are remaining. We will just wait if we have any questions, and then we will wind up the day. But meanwhile, make sure that you get clarified with any of your queries, whatever is coming to your mind, in order to ISTQB certifications, be it anyone, be the foundation, agile tester, automation tester, advanced level certifications, anything. If you have a question, feel free to ask me, and I'll definitely assist you the best on that. Thank you so much, and definitely, Dharam, I really appreciate that. And yeah, please make sure that you ask me your questions if you have any. I'll definitely will be happy to assist you. Okay. Also, I'm just trying to put some more sample questions on the Foundation QA playlist. So you may expect in upcoming days some of the tutorials, probably alternative days or maybe weekly twice, 2 videos every week at least. You can expect in coming weeks, which I'll be putting in the QA playlist to answer your queries from the sample questions point of view. And definitely you will have a good experience from that approach. So yeah, because a lot of people ask me a lot of sample questions from different resources, and I'm going to take that as a reference, and I'll pick all the questions from the comments and make a video tutorial in order to give you a better explanation. I'm definitely going to add more questions from the chapter 4, because chapter 4 has techniques and 11 number of questions in the examination. So out of 40, you will have 11 marks to be secured from the chapter 4. So I'm going to pressurize more on that chapter first and put as many sample questions as possible, which will help a lot of people to prepare well on the chapter 4 and have better confidence with the techniques. So that plays a vital role. So that's also in the queue, because I'm just not having enough time to put everything in place. So just trying to see what are the different ways and variants which I can help you with and support my audience with the best as much as possible. Okay, so yes, so we are just getting closer to the end of the day, but as committed, I'll be here for an hour. So you never know when you have a last minute query, and I would not like to lose that and definitely answer this. So we do have another 2 minutes to go. If in case you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm here for another 2 minutes to answer your questions. Just make sure that you drop me a quick chat and I'll respond to your query before I leave. And very common recommendation to all those who are not in the session but looking forward to write their examinations in coming days, that we have a lot of tricky questions in the examination. So I want you to be very cautious when reading the example questions or the questions in the examination. That is, the questions might use some of the tricky words like not, least, most, best. So these are some of the tricky words which ISTQB quite often makes use of. For example, if you look at chapter 5, the test management, which has the test organization topic, it says, which one of this is not a task of a test manager? So 3 tasks will be from the manager and 1 will be from tester. Or this is not one of the entry criteria. That means you have to pick the exit criteria as the right answer. Similarly, you go with any of the topics, you do find such tricky words. Which one of this is the best example for this? So that means the 4 options might be conflicting and you need to select the most relevant one. That's the reason they asked you which one is the best, right? Same way, which one is least likely to happen? Now, when you say least likely to happen, that means something which is most unexpected to be done at that point of time. So please consider your questions very carefully before you pick the right option. And even if you think that the right answer is A, please read B, C, D before you finally select A, because you never know when you're question can turn into other way around. So please don't be overconfident and blindly select the first option and don't read the other options. Please don't do that. Many people have get stuck with that because when it comes to reading other options, they think that A is the right answer. They don't even read the other options. So please make sure that you have read all the options and then selected your final answer. That's the most important thing you should do during the examination. And please be patient. Please be patient. Do not be in hurry to read your questions and answer them. Because if you are in hurry, you do miss such words like not, least, best, most. These words will be skipped because you don't read them carefully. So please be patient, relaxed when you're reading such questions, and then pick the right answer carefully. All right. So there's time and we don't have any more questions for today. So thank you so much all the viewers for joining on the live session. I really appreciate your effort and making some time to join and ask your questions because this live session is incomplete and unsuccessful without your contribution as well. So thank you so much once again, team, for joining us and making this live session also successful. We will be getting back to you another week. All right. Just one last thing. Mate, hi, Neeraj. Just wanted to thank you for your videos on the foundation level. With your help, I passed my examination. Thank you so much, mate. I remember responding to one of your comments on the channel. And thank you so much for joining in the last moment and letting us your result to all of us. And definitely that helps a lot, all the viewers to prepare well for their examination through the tutorials. I would like to really congratulate you on your success and wish you all the very best for any future endeavors. Do not forget to drop me a text on the videos as well, because that is what people really find more. These live chats will be gone. So please be a little courtesy to drop a chat on the or a comment on any of my videos, which will rather help people to know that how many people were successful from the videos. Okay, so thank you so much, mate, for joining in the last minute and letting us know a very good news. And that's what you call it as a happy ending. And really, really great. So thank you so much, team, once again for joining in the live session and making it successful. I was really happy to respond all to queries and definitely making sure that we will look forward to have such successful sessions in future as well. So do not hesitate. Just feel free. Be a part of these live sessions where we join every Saturday between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time. All right. So that's all from this particular live session, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'll be there to answer your queries and address them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and being live. Take care and happy learning. See you next week, team. Bye-bye.